Hey, YouTube pipe smokers. This is Scott Night Train Piper here from the mountains of Southern California. And I'm doing a VR to Doug the Michigan Piper. He asked a couple questions of us. One was what our wife's favorite tobacco was to smell. And then the other question was, what are we doing to improve ourselves? First things first, I'm smoking some Sun Bear Black Locust in this little Shap pipe from St. Claude, France. This is definitely a sipping tobacco. It's good though. Some nice honey notes. So anyway, so my wife has a underdeveloped sense of smell, you might say. She doesn't really smell a lot of things unless they're very strong or certain types of astringent smells and things. There are oranges around here, for instance, and when the oranges are in bloom, when the orange groves are in bloom, you just can't match that smell of orange blossoms. She can't smell it at all. Same with, I don't know, sometimes, you know, if there's a electrical smell, like I will automatically smell myself. I have a pretty good sense of smell, and I'll smell something burning if it's an electrical outlet or something like that that flared up. You know, oh, that's that sort of ozone-y smell. You know, so she doesn't smell that stuff. So for pipe smoking, I don't believe she has ever really smelled any of my pipe tobacco. Maybe she has. She's also never really been in the same room with me when I'm smoking, so she probably would smell it. The closest we ever came, one time we were down along the Blue Ridge Parkway on a vacation a couple years ago, and we were staying at an Airbnb. And so she was in the bedroom, and I was out just on the porch, and I was smoking Captain Black Original. It's one of my go-tos when I go on vacation because I figure it's going to be a crowd pleaser and people won't give me grief about it if they're apt to give me grief for smoking a pipe. And anyway, I was smoking out there and she started coughing. It was, you know, a warmish day. We were there, and so she had the windows open and fans going and the smoke was blowing in there. And she just started coughing, and she realized I was out on the porch smoking, and she said, "Hey, cut that out." So I'm just going to say that she doesn't have a favorite pipe tobacco. She's also sensitive to different things in the air. She'll cough and stuff if there's, I'm confident she would cough if there was someone smoking cigarettes nearby, or if she was with me smoking pipe tobacco. She wouldn't smell it, but she'd cough. So that's my answer to the first one. I don't think there is a favorite for my wife. She's lucky to even smell them. But I hope spring's eternal. Maybe one day I'll find something and she goes, "Hey, that smells pretty good." Let's see. Second one, trying to improve ourselves. So yeah, physically, I'm trying to, like many people have said, physically, I'm trying to improve myself. I walk a lot, at least 4 or 5 times a week. I go out on lawn walks. Now, I used to be a runner. I've run marathons, actually, believe it or not. But then I had an injury that kind of stopped me in my tracks for a while. And I've taken care of that for the most part, and I'm hoping to start running again. But I'm working my way up to it. So doing walking and doing some exercises and that kind of thing. So that's really a good way I'm trying to improve myself. I'm also trying to learn to focus on doing one thing at a time. I've always got just a huge list of tasks to do around the house, things just, I wouldn't call them honeydews, although they are things she wants me to do a lot of times. And there's things I want to do too. And then there's things that have to be done in order to do the things that she wants me to do, or do the things I want to do, kind of prerequisites, if you will. So there's a lot, and my issue is that I get distracted when I'm doing one thing. I notice another thing I have to do, and I might switch to that, and I leave something incomplete. So I leave projects and things like that, especially around the house, incomplete a lot of times. And I've been married for a long time now, 30 years, and my wife is used to it. She still doesn't like it really. So I'm trying to improve that, and working on focusing on and finishing things, rather than leaving them be, or letting them be half done, or 3/4 done, or 9/10 done, or whatever. Actually finish things up. Another thing I'm doing is I'm trying to just be a better dad to my kids. My kids are both out of the house now, and they're both struggling with in various ways, and my son is trying to find a job, trying to kind of live on his own. It's tough. It's tough out there. So I support him any way I can. I'm trying to be patient. He and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but you know what? I just put that aside, and I'm learning to be supportive of him and learn to see things from his perspective. And if I don't understand his perspective, just ignore it and try to help any way I can. So I'm working on that. Try not to be come down on him like a parent, and treat him more like I wouldn't say a friend exactly. I'm still his dad, but being there for him in a more adult to adult way. Same with my daughter. Things we don't agree on, just trying to put those aside and just be a support for her, and still advise, for both of them. So those are my things. So again, thanks Doug for doing this GAW, and really appreciate your videos, your perspective on life and on the Lord. And I also want to congratulate you on getting 2K subscribers at some point in the future. You'll do it. I know you will. So with that, over and out from the mountains of Southern California. Take care, all.